thing one time, and I gotta light it on fire. I had another hand once, which would on occasion drape across me on a bed. A hand once, and I thought it would last. I certainly, the way you think at every moment that everything will last. I was the fire witch in the desert, living on the deep dirt roads, no one for miles. We had no business there. I was the fire witch. Well, I was the only one with a lighter. Fur coat, the color of the full moon. Red velvet pants, rings on every finger. Wind blowing like a deranged birthday wish every night. We had no business being there. This is where I brought my heart to die. I had a heart from before, a little valley girl heart, so cute, made out of popsicles and sweet smiling alleys and liquor store gummy bears, and it ran through sprinklers on every summer day just as the sun was sinking behind the strip mall. A lap dancing heart with girl next door bangs, riding itself to the club every night on pink Schwinn cruiser with a basket full of perfume and G-strings. Sneaking menthols in the stairwell, spending all the take-home on breakfast at the diner. I had this heart from before, and this arm that draped across me, and I brought them here. I didn't know it, to combust. This will be the last time I speak of them. I'm a vengeful god. I'm a snake with so many bones I look like a whip. I'll say it once and then I'm going underground. I'm taking my hips underground for 40 days and nights to pump and bump and shake and grind for myself alone. To do my makeup in the mirror of my own palm. To slop up all the cum from the good Lord's genes and swallow it for my own personal nourishment, for the communion of my mouth with the place I came from. Last time, I'll say it. I had this hand once, grabbing between my rib bones in the night, windows open, cherry coke breeze, Spanish guitars, all that shit. Open road, the open road, Louisiana heat. I had a hand attached to an arm that draped across me in the bed. I believed it would last. I believed in fingers attached to a hand, attached to an arm, attached to a pair of lips, a head of hair, a heart. Well, I believed it would last. Well, listen, I believed it would last somehow. I'm not naive. I'm very naive. But I thought it would last. I thought at least that the lastingness would... Fine. Okay, listen, I don't want to whine about it anymore. Well, listen, I believed in it because it existed and I existed in it. Consider this a prayer to end it. Consider this a prayer to the spreading disease of temperance. Get this fucking arm out of here. I don't want whatever kisses lurked for me around those shark teeth. I was the shark anyway. I was the one with the big tall boots. I was the one with the 1,000-inch heels. I was the one with the smile that could ignite a city block. I was the one with the ass that launched all the ships. This ass was wasted on the ecclesiastical. Oh, he loved me, he told his mom about me. I saved his life. I saved him, operated on him. I got cancer of the soul, he told me. And I cut it out. It's terminal, he told me. And I was the one who cut it out. I put it in a jar next to my bed. I made wishes on it every night, talked to it like an oracle, like a bank teller, like a girlfriend. Listen, I'll stop. Listen, I don't want to be a jerk about it. He said cancer of the soul. I should have said, that's too bad, baby. But I said, let me see it. Let me take it out and look at it, taste it. My teeth are strong. I could cut it out with my teeth in an hour, and we could spend our whole lives just looking at it from all these different angles. Really, the whole thing was my fault. It was my fault for pulling it out and looking at it. If I had just left it growing in there, everything would have been fine. If I had just let it grow in there, we'd be riding TV dinners into the sunset. If I had let it grow in there, we'd have a dog and a half by now. We'd have one of each kid, picket fences for a ribcage, cable television, very sensible shoes, tickets to Disney World events, birthday candles you blow out and save again to use next year, a junk drawer. We'd have a junk drawer. he married the arm. He married a religious figure. What can I say? He married a religious figure. Televangelist, really. A television personality. There's a team involved in public relations. There's a whole team involved in the public relations of the terminal soul cancer, an entire team to operate upon it. Maybe they're fixing it. Maybe it isn't terminal at all anymore. There's only so much one hot slut in billion-inch heels can do. Only so much one Valley Girl heart with Jolly Rancher stains can do. And they said, the public relations team, they told everyone, we heard there were some problems with his ex, a stripper. Oh God! Oh God! Nothing's terminal anymore. I'm going underground. No one will see me for weeks. I'm going underground and having my own personal feast. Pringles and Dr. Pepper and salty olives and nectarines and Astro Pops and sour apple pucker and ice cream sandwiches and brandless cigarettes and electrical sockets and lightning storms and silver dollars and magnolia leaves. We heard there were some problems with his ex, a stripper. Say, boys, clip on your ties and get in here. Say, we heard there were some problems with his ex, a stripper. We heard she operated and then licked the wound after. No stitches at all. She just licked it. She put her tongue in there and she shook her ass. While she did it, she jiggled and her popsicle heart fell out on the floor. She did it in front of everyone. Her heart was on the floor and there was a spotlight on the soul cancer and she took a final bow with the thing in her mouth. They didn't know what really happened. They didn't know the effort it took. The flesh was gray in there and my tongue turned it pink. That was why my heart fell out, the effort. And after my final bow, I took the soul cancer out of my mouth and passed it around for everyone in the bar to touch. Be careful, I said, but touch it, lick it if you have the good spit. He's had a hard time, this boy. He needs all the sweetness he can get. And they gave it. We worked all night in the bar. Our bodies turned inside out, nipples and throats and scalps and napes and necks and backs and knees. We anointed the thing with all we had. We held it up to the stained glass windows above the lap dance booth and we let light pierce right through it. He said he felt better. Listen, boys, he said he felt better. Anyone tell you that? We heard there were some problems. We heard our ears are made of baby dust. Our ears are made of chocolate crucifixes. Our ears are made out of the curses men put on women on their knees. Our ears go whoring in the streets at night and they crawl back onto our heads hungover in the morning. Our ears tell us stories you'd never believe. Our ears need to be kept in line. Our ears, we've heard about women like you. We've heard you advertise the goods. We've heard you operate on the sick while they're asleep. We've heard no deathbed is safe from your charms. Put that ass away. Can I say that on television? It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You can't wave that thing around at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Hey, stop, I said. And I catch my heart as it's trying to slide out of my chest again. Oh, you stop. Tell me one thing. I'll leave you all alone, and I'll throw my billion-watt smile somewhere else, I promise. If you just tell me one thing. How am I supposed to fix all you bitches? Yes. How am I supposed to lick your wounds with my magic spit if you keep moving around? You tell me one thing while I got my mouth there before I go underground. You said, yes, that's right where it hurts. That's it, that's everything. And then your ears walk in the door, drunk, scratching at the lock with the key, and the next day at noon, and there's bottles of Jack Daniels all over the floor next to the Bible, and underwear, and feather boas, and gardenia scented massage oil, and you blink your eyes open and you say, I don't know what any of this stuff is, and I've never seen that each more beautiful than the last, each more angelic than the last, each more double-jointed than the last. You've seen our charity. You've seen our hearts lying on the floor. You've licked up our sweat from the ground and said thank you. You've seen us take up a collection of whispers to donate to the poor in spirit. You know us. You slept with our mothers too. You called her name in the dark when she left. You paid for her abortion with carnival tokens and salt and vinegar chicks. You've been in love. And we remember you. We could pick you out of a police lineup. We could pick you out of a Little League lineup. We could pick you out of a wet t-shirt contest with our eyes closed using only our hands. I don't want to be mad. I want to be marvelous. And have you ever tasted something that's so sweet, so dripping, juicy, and lips? I don't want to be stuck. I want to be I want to be confetti. I want to be everywhere. I don't want to have to decide whether we're on Sunset Boulevard or Van Nuys Boulevard or Liquor Store parking lot or the church parking lot. We're walking through the Guitar Center doing nothing or whatever. I want to be everywhere. Have you ever seen such a thing? You get out of here. I got week-long hangovers to get moving on. I got a cheap novel to read with the cover bent back and a smiling blonde getting railed by the Encyclopedia Britannica. I got a life and you're in it and I want you out. I said this was an exorcism. I said I was here to light something on fire. I was a cut-rate fire witch in the desert. Come here, I'll suck your neck. My spit's made of kerosene. Here is my prayer to the epidemic of temperance. May everyone who needs it vacate the premises. I need to be administered to by my own kind. Let the healing unfold in the dark. Let the jukebox be a neon altar. Let the bar be an empty tomb. Let there be flesh and cash and liquor. Let there be excess raining down over my eyes. Let us clack our heels around each other's heads for purification. Let us blow bottles of champagne and cotton candy perfume and pop rocks into the sky. Kerosene, spit, and a hot match. We're lighting you up and then going underground. Our feast is laid